McLaren really hit their stride mid-season last year, where they became one of the most competitive teams on track. So can they pick up where they left off and start 2024 with a bang?
Well, I can only hope so. Welcome, guys, to this F1 One Season Wonder Career Mode with Team McLaren. So I will be playing the entire 2024 season, seeing if I can beat Team Red Bull. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump in.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
Thinks it would be a good time to send our guys out. So we'll go ahead and get the initial runs out of the way. Look how good. I don't even have the game running on full graphics. This is just like decent level graphics. So Lando will be first across the line. He will go ahead and do a P4. Okay, so like a 30 point, like a high 30.2. Not too bad there for Lando, and for Oscar Piastri, it's going to be about the same. Well, in terms of position, not necessarily in terms of lap time, but I think we should be safe to go through here into Q2. Yeah, coming to the end of qualifying here. The session timer is about to expire. Can Pierre Gasly get himself off of the bottom five? Out of the bottom five, I should say. No, he will not be improving. Ocon will be next across the line. I do believe of those down in the drop zone as well, as Zhou Guanyu has already been knocked out of this session. Ocon crosses the line, able to improve position, but not quite time. Sargent actually gets himself off the bottom five. Eagle Screech. Well, this is the battle for the transfer spot. Can Bottas knock out Logan Sargent? Please no, please no, please no. Yes! Eagle Screech again. And Bottas, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Ocon, and Joe out of Q1. I will see you guys in Q2. Let's see what we do here. So Lando Norris is going to go ahead and cross the line. It's going to be a 130.1, so actually improving on his time from Q1, and then Oscar Piastri is going to go ahead and cross the line. Really quite a ways off, 9/10 off of his British teammates. So maybe a bit worried there for Russell or for Piastri, but I think Lando should honestly be safe on that time. Yes, P4 there for Mr. Piastri, and that should see us comfortably into Q3. Well, yeah, got to hold your breath here, Aussie fans. Let's see, can Ricciardo make it 2 Australians inside the top 10? He cannot, not quite. Replaces Yuki Tsunoda, who is on a lap. Can the Japanese driver get himself into the top 10? Let's go ahead and see now. Coming to the line, it doesn't look like it's been particularly the greatest lap, although maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Can he knock out George Russell? He can jump ahead of teammate Ricciardo, but can knock out George Russell. Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, Sargent, and Magnussen out in Q2. Well, we'll cross the line now for our banker runs. Let's see, a 30.7 for Lando Norris. Big fall off, although he is on quite a heavily used set of tires. Maybe the track's just kind of slipped away from us. And a 30, oh, wow, Piastri actually did a 30.3. Shocker, shocker.
I made a mistake.
Any sort of Spanish magic here for Fernando Alonso. Currently 1 second off. Can he jump himself up the leaderboard? He can by 1 spot, but looking like a bit of a downer session here for Aston Martin. So here we go with ourselves. Oscar Piastri, we've got 2 green sectors for both drivers. Can we get ourselves more comfortably inside that top 6? Piastri improves time, but not position remains in P5. Can Lando Norris do anything? Remember, that first run was on a very heavily used set of tires. Can he go up inside the top 5? He can. P4, not actually that far off pole position, but still not quite close enough to where we like to be. Verstappen, of course, inevitably at the beginning of the season will go ahead and now assume the top spot at a 29.805. Anybody else coming to improve? I don't think so. So it looks like Verstappen and Leclerc share the front row, Sainz and Perez in row 2, and then Norris and Piastri in row number 3.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. If Pierre Gasly's feeling the pressure, he's certainly not showing it.
They'll be a bit frustrated to start in P18, but if they nail their race strategy, who knows what they can pull off.
And this is it. The Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Lights out and away we go indeed. Welcome to Bahrain. So P5 and P6, as you guys saw in qualifying, let's just see what we can make of this race. So looking at the tire selections of those around us, kind of a mixed bag. As you can see, Verstappen and Perez, Team Red Bull essentially, as well as Lewis Hamilton, have opted to go for a set of medium compound rubber. Very quickly going to put both guys on deploying already. The battle assist is already on, and we can go ahead and attack away. So unfortunately for Oscar Piastri, we have been overtaken by Lewis Hamilton, but we will work very quickly to get that spot back. So we'll kind of get ourselves settled in, see what the AI does here, and I will probably see you guys at the first pit stop. Shit. Less than ideal, to say the least. Although trying to get back here at Sergio Perez, still not quite close enough. You know what? That Red Bull is obviously very good. I think we'll bite the bullet here with Lando.
And there's the lockup. By that point, it was just too late.
Yikes. There we go. Attaboy up the inside. P4 is ours. We still have quite a bit to play with, so just got to make the most of it.
Whoa, and there it goes. And I wonder, could they have done anything about that?
Maybe not spun out? Well, we've got leaders in the pit lane, and here comes Oscar Piastri for his first pit stop this season. So on to a set of medium compound rubber. Really wanted to have that flexibility towards the end of the race, as we do have a little bit of a graphical glitch there, but still a 2.69 second pit stop, way faster than any pit stop we ever had on F1 Manager 23. So down and away for Oscar Piastri, and it looks like we'll come out in some pretty clean air. Hopefully he can get those tires up to temp very quickly. Meanwhile, Lando will be coming in this time by... No mistakes, please. Perfect. So 2.6 second pit stops. Very good stuff there from our pit crew. So out of the pit lane now, coming out just barely ahead of Oscar on that set of medium compound rubber. His tires are up to temp, and it does take a second to get these tires going, but thankfully we're in some clean air, waiting on the pit stops for Alonso and Verstappen. But thus far, I think we're looking pretty decent.
Whoa, and around they spin. Oh, dearie me, you don't want to be doing that.
Got hit from behind.
I think you did the hitting from behind there, Daniel.
For the crew.
Okay, right. Final pit stop, the money stop as some would call it, onto a set of medium compound rubber. No mistakes. Great job, pit crew. 2.5 seconds. Great stop there from our guys. So we're already a full pit stop ahead of Oscar Piastri. We shouldn't have any worry about having to deal with these guys, but now we just let Lando do his thing. This should be an easy P5 at minimum. Now we get to focus on Oscar Piastri. So on to a set of soft compound rubber. Another clean pit stop there from our boys. Not as fast as what we have with Lando Norris, but ultimately I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. So down and away in essentially 2.8 seconds. Let's see where we come out. Hopefully ahead of Ricardo. The two Aussies almost going side by side down here into turn one, but thankfully we do have a brand new set of softs. We will have we will be fuel positive here in about a lap or so. Piastri, go time. Up the inside of Mr. Russell here. Actually, we'll just let the game do its thing.
Push.
Should be able to make this one stick. Up the inside. I can't imagine Snow's going to put up too much of a fight. Piastri's working his way back forward.
All good so far.
I really did a big mistake.
Joe, don't feel too bad. You're dead last anyways. Is that an overtake for position? That is. We're passing Padre. Round the outside of Padre. Up into P7. Can we get Hamilton as well? All right, come on. Easy overtake. DRS flap wide open, although not really on the screen. Up the, I guess up the outside, sort of. Back to P6.
And there's the checkered flag. Max Verstappen is our winner.
Without doubt, a stellar performance. Something that'll be seen as a real highlight this season.
Well, shocker, shocker there. Max Verstappen takes round number one. Unfortunately, I was caught sleeping and wasn't pushing with Lando. Sergio is right here. We had a chance to overtake Sergio Perez and maybe even gotten Carlos Sainz if we were close enough. Unfortunately, that's my fault. We'll miss out on a couple points. I'll take the blame on that one. So P5 there for Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri, after what was looking like a pretty bleak race, is actually going to come back and score a very solid P5 and P6. Not the end of the world, a decent result. I think this is what we would have had more or less anyways, but it's just kind of annoying that I literally was just sleeping and lost out on getting Sergio there. Lewis is going to come home P7, Padre in P8, Tsunoda P9, Russell is P10. I will see you guys on the streets of Saudi Arabia.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
And that's win number one of the season, and it's sure to provide them with a real confidence boost.
And we've certainly kicked things off in style, here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.